guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've recreated this look for you guys. I had a lot of requests to recreate the look that I had in Wisconsin Dells. I basically did this look every single day just because it was nice and warm and I did just want to look very glowy and summery. I feel like it's very bronzy and glowy and I look like a light bulb, but that's okay because I love looking like a light bulb. So if you guys would like to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So I'm going to get started with moisturizing my face, and what I'm using is a sample of the Glam Glow Intense Moisturizing. I'll put the info in the bottom bar because I honestly don't know what the name of this stuff is. I know that it's like the Intense Moisturizer. I'm just going to rub this into my skin. And I am a huge fan of this moisturizer. I honestly really like it. So the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the Urban Decay All Nighter Liquid Foundation. And although this foundation does look a little bit too light for my skin, it does oxidize to your color. I did a whole review tutorial on this foundation, so if you guys want to see it, I will leave that linked down below. To contour my face, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Beautifully Bronze. I'm going back and forth because of the construction. Whenever I feel like it's too loud to talk, I'm just going to show you guys what I'm using. And then when I do get the chance to talk, I will obviously let you guys know what I'm using. This is the Smashbox High Definition Concealer. I'm so obsessed with this concealer, I can't even explain to you guys. I literally only use these two concealers. I'll only use this one for like very natural days where I just need like a little bit of concealer, but when I'm going like full makeup glam, I use the Smashbox and that one just to kind of like blend all of the cream together. I obviously don't know if the rumors are true yet, but I will find out when I go to Sephora this week. I just don't want to tell you guys too much about this concealer because I don't know if it even exists anymore, and I am so sad because you guys have no idea how much I love this concealer. Like, I don't use the MAC Pro Longwear anymore. I don't use anything else other than this concealer, and I mean, it is bomb. If you guys can find it, you should honestly use it. So I'm just going to use this underneath my eyes. I'm just going to dab a little bit on there, and I just use this for honestly extra coverage. I feel like I have really dark circles underneath my eyes, so I will just put a little blob just like that, and then so I'm just gonna blend this out with my beauty blender, and you can see how I'm very gently just gonna dab this under my eyes. So you can see that I barely even really tap this in. I tap it in enough to blend so that it's not chunky when I go in with my Mercier translucent powder. And then whatever's still on the brush, I just like to highlight my nose and my forehead. My chin, and obviously around my mouth because I feel like it does get a little bit on the darker side. And then I leave it just like that, and I go in with my Mercier translucent powder and I just set it. So now that my brows are done, I'm going to take off the rest of this translucent powder, and while I do this, I'm kind of blending it into the rest of my face and setting the rest of my face as well. And now I'm going to prime my lids using my MAC Paint Pot and Soft Ochre. This is the palette that I took with me to Wisconsin Dells. This is the only palette that I took with me to Wisconsin Dells just because we were only going for 3 days and I didn't want anything too bulky. So these are the colors in the palette. They range from matte to shimmer, which I am a big fan of because I really like warm colors. Obviously, you guys always see warm shades on my eyes. So this is the palette that I obviously used for the looks when I was in Wisconsin Dells. I really only stuck to one look, so that's obviously what I'm going to recreate today. And I'm going to start off with Porcelain, and I'm just going to set my eyes with this shade. And the reason that I do that is so that it makes it easier for us to blend later on. And I take this all the way up into my brow bone. So on a blending brush, I'm just going to take this color right here, and it's called Tawny. And I'm just going to tilt my head back and put this right into my crease. And I do blend it at the beginning of my eye, and then once I go to the middle, I start to blend this into my brow bone. And then to warm up the eyes, I'm going to be taking Melon. That's the lighter orange shade. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just tilting my head back, and I'm putting this right into my crease. And I'm also blending this in the back of my eye a little bit more than Tawny. And then I'm also blending this at the beginning of my eye. And then lastly, I'm just going to take this up and kind of feather that out into my brow bone. See, just very nice and simple. And then taking a bigger blending brush, I'm just going to blend these guys a little bit more, just so that there's no harsh edges. Now I'm going into my Anastasia Glow Kit, and this is the Sun Dipped Kit. And on a flat brush, I'm going to be taking Moonstone. This guy right here. You do want to be careful with these colors if you're putting them on your lid, just because they do have a lot of fallout. And I'm taking this color all the way from the front of the eye to the back, and I'm only putting this on my lid. But I do really just want to pack that color on there. And then I'm going to be taking Summer, this lighter shade in the palette, and I am going to put this directly in the center of my eye. So just right here. And then using that brush that we put the orange shade on, I'm going to tilt my head back, and I'm cleaning any fallout. And because I didn't use falsies, I'm going to curl my lashes about 100 times just so they do get that very curly lifted effect. And then I'm going to take the Marc Jacobs eyeliner in black, and I'm going to line my bottom lower lash line, and then I'm also going to take this on top in my waterline. Next, I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. You guys know I'm in love with this stuff. And I'm just going to look down into my mirror, and I'm going to take the wand and stroke it through each and every single lash. I want each and every single lash coated. See, so you just have to pay a lot of attention to your lashes to get them to look like you have falsies on. Going back into our palette for our lower lashes, I'm going back into Melon and Tangerine on a angled dense blending brush. And I'm mixing both of these colors on the brush, and then I'm going to take this on the lower lash line, and I'm just going to start blending it as I go. And then taking a dense blending brush with nothing on it, I'm just going to blend this a little bit lower. And then I'm going to take Cabernet on that same angled blending brush. And I'm just going to put this right on the corners, just right here. Not going to take this a little farther than my pupil. And then I'm going to take that same L'Oreal Telescopic and coat my lower lashes with it. Next, I'm going to go in with the Lancome mascara, and this is an Excessive Noir, which is probably black. I'm just going to coat my lashes again with this guy for a little more thickness and fullness. To set the contour on my face, I'm going to be using the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. And I'm just, because I already do have a cream contour on here, I literally barely even go back over it. And then I'm also going to set my nose contour, obviously. So I'm using two blushes. The first one is this Wet n Wild Color Icon in Rose Champagne. And I'm just going to take this on a very big fluffy brush and kind of follow the same way that I put on my bronzer. And then I'm taking my MAC and Rosy Outlook, and I am going to put this on the apples of my cheek. and then blend it out. Now for highlight, of course, this is my favorite part. I'm going to start off with Moonstone for my highlight. And I am going to take Summer as well and layer that on top. And then I'm also going to mix both of these shades and pop this into my tear duct and my brow bone. And last but not least, I'm taking my all-time favorite Wet n Wild highlighter. You guys, I literally can't even explain how much I love this stuff. I just bought my 5th backup. And then to finish off, I'm going in with my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. We can't have these brows going all over the place. I am going to take a thick blending brush and just go over my whole face once, just to really blend it all together. And then I'm going to be setting my face with my Mario Badescu Rose Water. Moving on to lips, I used the Urban Decay Naked 2 24/7 Glide On Pencil. And then I go and I fill them in with my Kat Von D Bow and Arrow. So there you guys have it. This is the look from Wisconsin Dells that I did. So I hope you guys like this look. I am filming a introduction to makeup video next. So if you guys have any questions at all about makeup, it's going to be like an introduction to makeup, makeup 101, makeup for beginners. So if you guys have any makeup questions, leave your questions down below for that next video. I've talked about it on Snapchat and I've talked about it on Instagram. So if you guys don't follow my social media, you probably should, because the next video I just really want to cover like all of the basics about makeup, because I remember when I started getting myself into makeup, I had so many questions about it. I had no idea what primer was. I had no idea what order anything went in and why. So if you guys have any questions, just leave them listed down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.